Hi everyone, Tracy DW here. We have entered into a momentous time with the passing of one monarch and the succession of another. The age of Queen Elizabeth II is over and the time for King Charles III has come. The passing of Britain's longest serving monarch and second longest serving in the world in recorded history evokes a mixed response. Sorrow at the loss of a much loved mother, grandmother, great-grandmother and figurehead, but also resentment and protest due to enduring memories of empire and colonialism. In addition to the UK, King Charles now serves as head of state in 14 countries: Antigua and Barbuda, Australia, the Bahamas, Belize, Canada, Grenada, Jamaica, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Solomon Islands, and Tuvalu. In 2018, following the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, Commonwealth leaders declared that Charles would be the next head of the Commonwealth, but the role still remains non-hereditary. After the Queen's death on the 8th of September 2022, King Charles III officially became head of the Commonwealth, but how likely will this union of states last under the new monarch? Although the monarchy has publicly expressed regret for Britain's past actions, a public apology and reparations for the acts of slavery still remains unlikely. Since the succession of the new king, former colonies such as New Zealand have reaffirmed their deepening ties with the British monarchy. However, with the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, there have been fresh talks of several countries across the Commonwealth considering removing the British sovereign as head of state, reigniting the monarchy debate. After confirming Charles III as king and head of state, the current Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda has revealed that there will be a referendum on whether to become a republic within the next 3 years. But there has not been any major demand among its citizens to hold a vote. Jamaica's ruling political party also intends to hold a referendum on becoming a republic in the near future, and Australia, though currently in a sober and reflective mood over the passing of the Queen, are also considering the same course of action within a similar time frame. In 2021, Barbados swore in its first president after the Queen was removed as head of state by the country's parliament. After 7 decades of the Queen, the contrast in energy, outlook, and disposition of a king occupying the British throne will be fascinating to observe. For 84% of us in Britain who are under the age of 70 will never have experienced anything like this. What will the new monarch bring to the role? And how will he make it his own? Although he has vowed to retain the same values and vision for the monarchy that his predecessor upheld, he may well have a different approach, given the fact that he has spent much of his life being a king in waiting. This position has enabled him to immerse as fully as he possibly could into an ever-changing world, granting him the fortune to observe its intricacies admire its diversity, and develop an awareness of its many challenges. Given this, how will the new king translate this foreknowledge into the foresight that he needs to guide him through his reign? For now, the seamless succession from mother to son has assured the survival and continuity of the British monarchy, and due to today's technology, we can all now observe more of the inner workings of the constitution, of the relationship between the sovereign and the state. The proclamation of the new monarch was televised, and for the first time we all bore witness to the Prince of Wales and Duke of Cornwall being formally declared as King Charles III. With the proclamation came the signing of an oath to protect the Church of Scotland together with the Church of England, despite the multi-diverse religious landscape of Britain. The Church and the Christian faith as Protestantism remains at the core of how the British Constitution is structured, and the sovereign cannot deviate from this. The sovereign cannot believe what he chooses. What he believes in and what he upholds is a positional one, and therefore symbolic to the role. One can contemplate what might be some of the other things with which the new king will position himself on. As with questions about the continuation of the Commonwealth, the succession to the throne sparks continuous debate about the relevance and validity of the monarchy in today's British society, and the issue about its survival in later years. What will be the new king's plans for survival? Now that his capacity is a symbolic and positional one, what can King Charles III do to ensure that his son William's succession is as seamless as his own? For the last 74 years of his life, the new king has worked outwardly on various issues, such as providing financial support to young entrepreneurs, raising awareness of issues relating to the environment, the dangers of global warming and world conservation, as well as the management of his own private estate. Maybe now is the time to be more introspective and begin an inward work to clean house and address some of the internal issues within the royal household that have created scandal and controversy over recent years. Will he slim down the monarchy so that only the direct line of succession is recognised? Will he seek to minimise intrusion by the press? Can he heal the rifts that have developed between his offspring to bring greater harmony and the consistency needed to achieve continuity and resilience in the face of change and adversity? From the outside looking in, the role of monarchy appears to sparkle with a life in the limelight of moments shared with the good, the powerful and the great, that become unforgettable memories and glittered with privilege and material comfort. However, the responsibilities of monarchy brings a certain degree of isolation and an inability to influence political agendas. As a monarch ascends to his or her throne, they actually come closer to their own passing, and the sense of one's own mortality must become ever increasingly palpable. As the new Prince of Wales and Duke of Cornwall, William may possibly begin to contemplate this reality as his father ascends to the British throne. If you like this podcast, then stay on this listening platform and check out my other podcast episodes related to this one. Long to Reign Over Us, the prelude, and Long to Reign Over Us, the main act. Like or loathe them, the royal family are an integral part of British and world history, and I perceive and appreciate them as such. With Queen Elizabeth II's demise, I'm glad I made the decision to create this two-part podcast to mark the Platinum Jubilee. We will never see another queen on the throne in our lifetime, and these two recordings will remain for all posterity. And don't forget what I call the heart and soul of the Stories to be Told movement. My stories or poetic narratives, Caribbean Wind, Caribbean Rush, Knights at the Round Table, the Berlin Conference 1884, and Gone with the Wind, Macmillan's Speech for Change, are all available on the website in both Kindle and paperback formats. And I'm also excited about the publication of 4 new titles this summer. If you want to find out more, just visit storiestobetold.com and check out the learning platforms for The Journey's End, Giving Back Hong Kong, Bite from the Big Apple, A Story for New York, Hope for Zimbabwe, Arise the Phoenix, and A Story for South Africa. The paperbacks and Kindle versions for each title are also now live on Amazon. If you'd like to be considered for a free copy of Aspiring Authors magazine for Black History 2022, then don't forget to enter the draw if you want to be in with a chance of being my winner for either August or September. Just visit the website at storiestobetold.com for your free samples of my first 4 titles to enter. I'll be choosing a winner every month up to and including October. Feel free to like, follow and share us on social media when you visit the website. Just click on whichever social media link you'd like to follow us on. And as always, it is a pleasure and a privilege to share my learning journey with you in this podcast series, and I encourage you to either begin or continue your own. History is a matter of fact or perspective. I'm Tracy DW, and this is a Stories to be Told podcast. Stay safe, stay well, stay blessed. Thanks so much for listening again, and I'll see you on the next page.